number of changes, of course, to the academy managers and coaches. Delighted to be joined, of course, now by the new Under-18 partnership of management of Ryan Dicker and David Vaughan, of course. And first of all, lads, I'll go to you, Ryan, first, because you've got that title manager by the side of your name. How are you enjoying that role that you've got now?
Yeah, enjoying it. Enjoying working with Vaughany and the experiences he brings with that. In terms of what we actually do, nothing really changes in truth in terms of sessions, work with the players, trying to improve them. The only difference now is that get a bit more of a say on what the team is come the games at the weekend. But other than that, day-to-day stuff is very similar than what it was in previous one.
And for you, David, you know, a man who's been here and seen it and done it all and had a terrific footballing career, how is it for you to be now part of an academy management team?
Yeah, it's been great so far. You know, obviously coming out playing and adjusting to coaching takes a little bit of time, but obviously learning off Ryan and a few of the other coaches has helped me along the way, and to see if I can pass on my playing experiences back into the youth system.
Just stay with you on what you're saying about your past experiences as a player. You're from both from different backgrounds when you look at it. You've had a fantastic career at the highest level. Started here, of course, at Alexander, went on to win, 40-odd plus Welsh international caps. For Ryan, you were around the non-league circles at a lot of the local clubs as well, where you've played and represented. Is that a good balance, you feel, that what you've both got, where you've both come from different backgrounds into to where you are today?
Yeah, definitely. We can obviously pass on different experiences from playing. It's not always going to be great, but obviously if I can help the players and try and give them the guidance of what's needed in the higher levels, and then obviously Ryan's got the experience in the lower leagues, which also is beneficial for the players as well. Yeah.
Quality footballer, great ability on the ball. Ryan Dick, a big central defender at it, and how does that work? When you've got a cultured footballer and a big strong centre half when you were in your playing days, to bring it together, Ryan, as the coach to get over to your players.
Yeah, so how I used to play, I don't think that reflects on how we coach, and completely different to how we got brought up with coaching. Obviously with the big influences of Dario and James and Critch and Alex, who's now in charge leading. Obviously I experienced growing up with them coaches, which put me in good stead moving forward, and then with the balance of Vaughany now coming in, who, like you said, has got an unbelievable playing career that the boys can also lean on for his experiences, what he's been through at different times and challenges. It also can give me a shoulder to lean on to try and dive into his brain and his knowledge of the game. Like you say, we don't get many opportunities to work with players that have played at the highest level internationally and in the Premier League, so great experience for me. I'll learn as much as I can off Vaughany, and hopefully he can learn bits off me.
So what's the remit, David, from the academy manager and the first team manager and the under-23 coach? What do you have to report back to them, sort of thing? What's your aim, what they're wanting from you?
It's quite flexible, really. We're just trying to, like Ryan said, trying to improve the players, make them better, teach them the philosophies of the first team, what Alex is doing, so we try to pass that on to them. So if and when they do get the opportunity to play 23s, first team, they're ready. It's nothing new to them, so we just try to sort of guide them in what the first team are after, and then so it's not a bit of a shock for them when they do get that opportunity.
As we all know, Ryan, football, to become a professional footballer, is a cutthroat business. It's very hard to reach that level. So how important is it just away from the football that you bring up lifestyle and education and all sorts of things that go with hoping that they become a professional footballer? How key is that as well, their upbringing?
Yeah, it's really important, and the support that they get from all different areas is crucial to that. As we know, it's very cutthroat. Only a small percentage actually get through. And we think really it's important that we keep the boys grounded. We make sure that we try and turn them into good people and not just good footballers. So we're trying, obviously they want to become footballers, we want them to become footballers, but ultimately they've got to become good people as well. We stress the importance of that before they actually start the scholarship. We stress the importance of that with all the additional stuff that they do within the college, and how important that is, not just the football side of things, because you never know in football. As you said, it's a ruthless industry, and we've got to prepare for the outer world, not just the footballing world.
If you turn that clock back to when you started, David, to where you are now, are the demands tougher on the kids and the youngsters, but is there better opportunities for them to make it?
Yeah, I think from a playing side, I think demands are quite similar. It's just all the added pressures you get from outside with all social media and all the expectations of family and friends. But you know, it's our job to try and guide them and help them along. But from within Crewe, I think it's very similar to when I was here, so that's hopefully a good thing.
Was it always something that you wanted to do in terms of, even when you were playing, did it come in the back of your mind to think that was the route you wanted to go and stay in the game?
Yeah, I wanted to try and stay in the game in some form. You know, I went down a bit of a sports science background, so then I started doing my coaching badges as well. So came into Crewe with Belly to help me do that, and then kind of reignited a bit of a passion to try and help the players come through Crewe, because I could see not much had changed. So I thought it'd be, you know, something I could help with.
Well, the one thing this football club does is it's close knit with its coaches and managers at all levels. You know, we've seen many come through from the academy into the first team managers. We've seen a lot of players ex-players come into the coaching staff here. Is that a real good feeling, you think, Ryan, the path that it takes and it's stuck with?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's important you have them experiences, and you get people back into certain positions and certain roles, that people that have been through it, they know how it works, they know how Crewe work. It's a bit of a unique club in terms of the values and what we're trying to do in terms of the individual it comes first, and producing the best players, the best individuals we can. So I think people that have been through them processes and then come back into more senior roles is only a good thing, and it can guide the next generation of coaches coming through, almost making sure they're on the right path in terms of what the outcome is and the long-term goals.
I'm sure our supporters are enjoying it, getting an insight to what does go on at this particular level, because the supporters take a real care of following the youngsters and the progress they're making. So for you boys, first of all, David, ambition now of what you are, what do you want to achieve?
For me, I just want to get obviously more experience in the coaching side of it. I'm fairly new into that industry, but obviously try and work my way up within Crewe, and then try and develop the players, try and get as many as we can in and around the first team, as always been the case at Crewe. Really.
And for you, Ryan, as a manager by your side of your name now, what's that ambition for you?
In truth, the only thing I'm thinking of at the moment is making the players better. How many of these current scholars can we get into the first team? How many of these current scholars can we get playing regular 23s footballs? And it might be a bit unambitious at the moment, but the way I see things is, I've got a group of players we've got to work with, we've got to make them better. Because at the end of the day, our job is getting the boys through into the first team, and getting into the first team, and then hopefully sell on for some money to keep us moving forward.